Alright, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to go over GPU prices and the reasons why GPU prices will be going up in 2026. This is more or less going to be a guarantee that we will see GPU prices in 2026 rise and probably will not come back down until the end of 2026 or until 2027. And this is going to be a fairly long video, so hopefully you all are comfy and ready for some information and facts on this. So the first one that we're going to go over for the facts and to let you know what could actually go on for GPU prices on them going up here is one of the biggest non-AI specific drivers of rising GPUs for the costs is simply that memory chips are becoming scarce and more expensive, and that directly impacts GPU manufacturing. DRAM and GDDR memory prices have soared dramatically in the end of 2025, and in some cases triple-digit increase over the years due to constrained supply and competition for chips. These are also newer chips, which take a bit more to manufacture and to validate to make sure they are quality controlled to reach a specific target and specific quality. Big memory producers like Samsung have raised memory chip prices by up to 60% recently, while supply chains remains constrained. Micron and other companies forecast a memory shortage will persist beyond 2026, meaning DRAM chips and high bandwidth memory used in GPUs will remain tight. One of the reasons why this factors matter is GPUs use high amounts of GDDR6 and GDDR7 memory, GDDR6 on AMD and GDDR7 on new NVIDIA GPUs, and sometimes HBM. That's more or less your data centers. Not many people spending $40,000 to $60,000 per GPU, which technically do use the HBM memory and uses generally Micron's new 12-stack HBM memory. When memory components costs go up, manufacturers either take lower profit margins or pass costs onto GPU prices, which is already happening. So since this is already happening, it will fluctuate into 2026 and most likely will continue to soar up. So point number 2, supply chain and manufacturing constraints. GPUs aren't just chips, they're some of the most complex semiconductor products ever made. Not just CPUs, but GPUs themselves are extremely complex with architectural bounds of really tight nodes or very small transistors. Foundry and packaging limits is another factor on this. GPU require cutting-edge fabrication, 4 nanometer and 5 nanometer nodes, and advanced packaging techs like CoWoS, which has limited capacity. Even with plans to expand production capacity will lag demand for years, pushing risk factors and costs up. Supply chain frictions. Shipping and logistics costs rose significantly after pandemic lows to things like port congestion and freight rate increases, raising final production costs if chip costs stay flat. Raw material shortages, substrates, PCBs, capacitors due to a bottleneck in electronics manufacturing. We'll go over some of that here in a bit as well. Macroeconomic forces, inflation and commodity costs. These aren't hyped. These are measured economic trends. Inflation and commodities. Inflation affecting raw materials, energy, and manufacturing overhead directly raises the cost to make GPUs. Inflation affecting raw materials, energy, and manufacturing overhead directly raises the cost to make GPUs. Freight and energy costs are still elevated compared to pandemic, affecting cost structures up and down the supply chain. Point number 4 on this. Continued high demand across multiple markets. So while AI is one big driver, there are other means to raise the prices on this as well. Gaming and content creation has gone up a huge amount just this year alone. So gaming remains a major source of demand, especially high-end GPUs, as resolution to performance demand rise. And that just continues to rise due to developers making these insane games, which you need generally a high-end system to get relatively good FPS out of it. We're not even talking quad A or triple A style games. Creative workloads, video editing, 3D rendering also bought GPUs in significant numbers in 2025. Because again, a lot more content creators are starting to do content creation. Editors, a lot of content creators that are bigger have to have multiple editors. They have to have a decent machine for that. When you have one content creator that needs 5 editors or multiple editors, you're going to need a whole bunch of resources like GPUs, CPUs, RAM, motherboards, PC cases to supply them with. It's part of supply and demand there. Data centers and enterprise, even aside from AI models, modern servers are increasingly GPU accelerated for databases, visualization, and compute tasks, pulling supply away from consumers. So crypto and secondary markets do affect, although it has not been dominant since 2021 when there was a huge crypto boom, and that was more or less because of a couple of cryptocurrencies out there, really. Smaller privacy coin mining and speculative bulk buying have put pressure on supply again in 2025. Because not just GPUs are being made, like these ASICs are being made, like these smaller, little more efficient that are specifically made to mine certain coins. They need to be made specifically for that, and that drives costs up because each one of those uses a specific RAM chip and or something that uses it to make sure they can do one specific task. Strategic pricing and marketing positioning. Not everything is supply or demand. Some of it is business strategy, okay? So it's not just supply and demand. Retailers have a big point in this too. These prices gone up for VRAM and other issues on that as well, like RAM prices have gone up, but before that retailers were putting it up, or as soon as they heard that the prices were going up, even though they had warehouses full of all this hardware or stock inventory, the prices automatically went up because they can cash money onto that. Artificial scarcity and inventory control. Vendors often restrict production or inventory to keep margins high and prevent rapid price erosion, to keep that price margin up for as long as possible so they can bank as much money as possible. This is your Micro Center, Best Buy, for here in Canada, Canada Computers, and other places, and even Amazon does it all. Newegg, a whole bunch of other places and retailers do the exact same thing. They watch the market and then they'll raise the prices accordingly, whether or not they have the supply already and they got it at MSRP price, and then they're just gonna rack up the dough on that. Market dominance. Nvidia's 80% share gives pricing power to hold higher MSRPs over time. It's very true due to the fact they have such a high share. Roughly 80% of GPUs sold this year was NVIDIA GPUs. So they have a high market share, and last year was the same thing. They had like a 65-70% market share, so they were selling way more GPUs than NVIDIA and Intel combined, so they could automatically have a higher MSRP price. And also a couple other things. They're using new GDDR7. They're using newer technology and semiconductors in their actual new 5000 series. So that kind of raises the price up automatically. OEM and retail adjustments. Companies like AMD have already raised prices per unit of VRAM and indicated further prices increase into early 2026. So that way GDDR6 prices are going to go up, which means AMD GPUs are going to go up just due to the fact GDDR6, even though it's an older semiconductor VRAM chip, the prices have gone up due to the fact why not, right? Political and geopolitical and regulatory pressures, trade policies, not just AI, influence prices. Tariffs and export controls is one of them. Export restrictions on advanced semiconductors to certain regions can force more expensive compliance options or redesigns. Import duties in regions like India or EU can add significant costs to consumer GPUs, and that will also raise the price or keep the price up. Production cuts by major vendors. This is very direct supply driven price pressure. NVIDIA production reductions. Reports indicate NVIDIA may cut up to 30 to 40% of GPU production in early 2026 due to memory shortages. Memory shortages and AI data centers are one of the contributing factors because they make more money, just like AMD and Intel have made more money in the recent years since 2022, end of 2021, 2022. Intel, AMD, and NVIDIA have made more money off of data centers. NVIDIA especially, since they hold like 80%, 85% of the market on data centers alone. All right, so now what I'm going to show here, we got some duckies to show because I'm going to be swearing and dubbing it over with a quack because, well, yeah, I want to make sure I don't get demonetized on this one too hard. So, summary, why GPU prices are likely to rise in 2026. This is just a distilled look at the main verified drivers and factors onto it. So memory shortages and rising DRAM and GDDR costs. As you can see, we have a total of 4 facts. 1 fact, 2 facts, 3 facts, and 4 facts. So that is a lot of facts. Supply chain and foundry constraints. That we have 3 facts, 1 fact, 2 fact, and 3 fact. Macro inflation and commodity costs. We have 1 fact, 2 fact, 3 fact, and 4 facts. That's a lot of facts. High demand in gaming and data centers, enterprise, and crypto. As you can see, we have 1 fact, 2 fact, and 3 facts. That is a fairly good portion, but that's still not as much facts as macro inflation and commodity costs from retailers. Strategic vendor pricing and limited inventory. We got 4 facts, 1 fact, 2 fact, 3 fact, and 4 facts. That's a lot of facts. Geopolitical and tariff pressures. We got a whole 2 facts, 1 fact, 2 fact. That's not a whole lot of facts, but it does help raise up the price of this. This is one of the reasons why the prices will be staying up after the fact that the actual prices of each of these GPUs and or VRAM has gone down. Production reductions, NVIDIA and AMD adjustments. We got 1 fact, 2 fact, 3 facts, and 4 facts. That's a lot of facts. So just due to the fact that the NVIDIA and AMD have slowed down production on that. Intel, they are trying their best to come out with new stuff, but they have not been producing as much as they could just due to the fact of a lot of things over the recent years, and I think we all know all about that. So that's all I got on today. Hopefully this helps you understand the prices of GPU prices going up into early 2026 and along the way of 2026 and maybe into 2027. So if you see GPU prices going up from here, you'll know why. And yeah, this is not a good time to be getting into PC hardware into 2026. I will be making one about CPUs and the reason why CPU prices will be going up in 2026. There are a lot of main reasons. All of them not good. So if you do like this kind of video, give me a like, a subscribe, and yeah, hopefully things change around here early into 2026, but by the looks of it, into early 2026 all the way into early 2027, prices will be going up. Not just your RAM, not just your hard drives, and not just GPUs, but also CPUs. So hopefully everyone has a good holiday and a Merry Christmas to everyone. Thank you to all my viewers, subscribers, and donors. You guys are helping this channel more than you know. And again, as always, don't forget to get her done. Peace.